It takes 6 wins to become bowl eligible in the NCAA, and that is the goal UTSA can accomplish today if they can knock off the 5-4 Marshall Thundering Herd. Welcome everybody back to the NCAA football action today as UTSA prepares to take on Marshall in their 3rd straight game away from the Alamo Dome, and they're also trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. And one of the big storylines revolving around this team is the quarterback situation. Who is going to start today for UTSA? Are they going to stick with their 2-quarterback system, or will we see one guy take over? Into the first quarter action we go as Marshall begins this game on offense. They're led by quarterback Ncaa. If you remember from last year, he was very dominant against UTSA, and he's a very good dual-threat quarterback. They get off to a good start, and now hand off to Trayvon Van, the running back. He crosses midfield, and Richard Burge catches up to him, and he'll take him down the legs in UTSA territory. A new set of downs, and now Ncaa wants to run. He's got room, and he'll escape 2 defenders and be taken down by Nick Johnston just across the 30-yard line. Have to watch Ncaa. UTSA has their work cut out for them trying to stop this rushing attack. It's going to be a lot of kind of what we saw against Tulsa last week, a lot of option and a lot of misdirection in the backfield. And it appears Ncaa was actually shaken up. They're going to put in the backup quarterback. This is Blake Frauenapfel, and he is going to throw an errant pass out of bounds. Maybe he threw that one away, but Marshall takes a 3-0 lead. And now we see UTSA come onto the field for offense for the first time today. Evan Newton is the quarterback right away as he's out of the shotgun. No surprise here as he's played all the shotgun snaps when he's been healthy for the last 3 weeks. And UTSA goes 3-0 in their first drive, and now Marshall with the football again. Handoff to Wilkins out of the jet sweep. A lot of what we saw against Tulsa, like I said. 3rd down and 1 coming up now. Ncaa out of the shotgun. Trayvon Van to his left. Will run option left side, and no one accounts for the quarterback within the first couple of yards. And so Marshall has a first down as UTSA keeps showing blitz, and they're going to try to get pressure on Ncaa, and they do. He sets up a screen pass. It took too long to develop, and UTSA sacks him for a loss of 12. Now a handoff to Trayvon Van. Great blocking into the 2nd level, and he shoves away Kyle Nichols. Get out of his way. And he picks up the sack yardage plus more, so now it is 3rd down and 5. And Ncaa wants to scramble. He shakes off a Richard Burge. 1st down and more to the 30, and taken down by Mike Butler. As you can see, the tackling woes for UTSA, as well as their quarterback containment, is already struggling. But on 3rd and 6, Trayvon Van can't escape the sea of white jerseys as he's taken down for maybe a loss of 1. And Marshall will tack on a field goal. It is now 6-0 as UTSA's defense has done well at stopping Marshall's offense once they get deep into their own territory. So UTSA is only down by a score. Still handoff Anthony Banks out of the shotgun. Evan Newton still in the game, by the way. This run accounts for 5 yards as UTSA is still yet to run a snap from under center. Evan Newton out of the gun again, 2nd and 5, and he had a wide open Jason Todd. He had a couple of yards of separation off of the linebacker, and this one was overshot by Newton, so it's 3rd down and 5. He has to get the ball to about the 30-yard line for a first down. He'll sling it over the middle, and it's hauled in by David Morgan, the senior tight end, and he has a first down for UTSA. This drive will keep moving. 2nd down and 11. Newton to throw. Looking deep down the left side. He's got a man with a step, and he overshot Cam Jones, who has hauled in 3 touchdowns of 70 yards or more in the last few games for UTSA. It's now 3rd down and 11. Newton fires to the right side. It's hauled in by Tim Whitaker. He has been the option for Newton quite a bit now lately as a 3rd down target. And now it is 1st down and 10. Newton wide open. Cam Jones, he'll take a big hit, but get right back up. Actually, check that. That was Randy Jones, the freshman, remember, who's getting a little bit of playing time now. Now it is 2nd down and 11, and throws it up for Cam Jones, but it's knocked out of his hands. That would have been a very difficult catch. It's now 3rd down and 11 after you get to the 31-yard line, and Newton's going to get sacked in the backfield. The ball is out, but UTSA recovers, and they are forced to punt after a long drive that only gets them about halfway across the field. And now Marshall the football, 3rd and 6, and Trayvon Van takes a swing pass, and he is driven out of bounds by John Walker. Great job with the senior outside linebacker, and UTSA is back on offense now as Newton takes the read option. He follows Anthony Banks. He will pick up about 4, will go to 3rd down and 6. 3 wide in the tight end in the slot right for Evan Newton out of the gun. Anthony Banks to his left. He draws the defender off sides. He'll take a shot long. He's got a man. It's Cam. Cam Jones to the 10. Touchdown. Cam Jones does it again. Where is this coming from? He is hungry right now. He wants to go to a bowl game. Of course, they decline the penalty. It's a 1-point lead now for UTSA. And keep in mind, I'm not sure they've played a snap from under center yet in this game. They're running the shotgun offense pretty effectively so far. Second down and 14 now for Ncaa as Marshall tries to answer back. He's got a man open. It's Tommy Schuler, and he's across the 30-yard line, and that'll bring up a third down and short upcoming now out of the shotgun. Still probably won't see them play from under center all game. Hand out to Trayvon Van, runs through Cody Rogers, and he's taken down by Kyle Nichols. Also, Tristan Wade and Alondre Thorne on the tackle, and UTSA will take over after a Marshall punt. Second down 11. First under center snap, and it's caught by Jason Todd for play action boot, and John Simmons is not in the game. It appears UTSA is going with Evan Newton for this entire game now. We've seen him play under center and shotgun. I think it's a lot more clear now as Glasgow takes his handoff for 4 yards. We're going to see Evan Newton this whole afternoon more than likely. Second down and 6. Pass to Jason Todd. It's short for about 2 yards. That'll bring up a third down and 4 as UTSA has to get to about midfield now with 2.5 to go roughly. Third and 4. Newton, he finds Whitaker again. Our third down conversion. He's down inside the 35-yard line. Just keep him flying across the middle, and Newton appears to have some pretty good chemistry here with Tim Whitaker. Now it's a jet sweep with a handoff to Glasgow going the other side, and the misdirection handoff is actually going to pay off big time, and we'll see Glasgow get the first down here across the 20-yard line inside the 10. Third down and 5 now from the 5-yard line for Evan Newton. He has twin tight ends and 2 receivers left. He'll stand in the pocket now. Evades pressure. Moving to his left now. And he's taken down. No options for Newton. Wanted to play it safe. Good job to not throw a dangerous throw into the end zone. They'll take the 9-play, 56-yard drive capped off by a 28-yard Sean Iano field goal. 10-6 Roadrunners with a little over a minute to go in the first half. We'll see Ncaa try to take back the lead for Marshall with a little bit of time to go before halftime. Second down and 10 now. Cotto to the outside. It's wide open. Evans across the 50, and he's taken down in UTSA territory, and so they're in business now with 1 timeout and 60 seconds to go. Cotto sends everybody long, and he's just going to take off himself a very well-designed quarterback run as he sends all the receivers deep, opening up the middle of the field with only 1 or 2 defenders having the chance of taking down Cotto early. On first down, they go to that screen again, and their screens are not developing quick enough. UTSA sacks him again for a loss of 10, and now over the middle. This must be the brother. I'm going to assume it's the brother of Blake Frauenapfel. This is the tight end, Eric Frauenapfel. And here's Cotto scrambling on third down and 13. He takes a hit, and the ball's out. It's a fumble, and Andre Ross has it. Dominic Carter laid the blow on Rakeem Cotto that jarred the ball loose. And UTSA will take this 10-6 lead into halftime. Be very content with where they are right now. Good showing from quarterback Evan Newton so far, and we'll see if they can cap this off in the second half coming up shortly. Third quarter action coming your way out of the shotgun. It's Evan Newton leading UTSA's offense onto the field. He'll do a read option and now sling it out to Jason Todd. It's intercepted. Marshall has it. It's legged to the 32-yard line, and he's taken down. And the first play from scrimmage for UTSA is a turnover, and Marshall's now in striking distance. They only have a 4-point deficit. Now Rakeem Cotto with a read option of his own. He'll keep it himself and go up the right side. Nobody home for UTSA, and he gets about 12 yards on the carry as Marshall is now inside of the red zone. It's 3rd and 7 after he gets to the 10-yard line. Cotto, end zone, has a man and overthrew him. He had Jazz King working on Darian Sterling, and that was an inaccurate pass by Cotto. It's 10-9 after a third field goal for Marshall. And Evan Newton now going to the ground game, trying to rebound after that interception. And Glasgow bouncing off of tacklers and his own blockers even. He gets about 5 yards on this carry. Pretty good after all being trapped for a second. Now it's 3rd down and 3. Newton rolling out to his left. Now has a man open on the sideline. He'll find him. Kenny Harrison has both feet in bounds, so you know it's a real catch. And here is the stat line for Evan Newton on the day so far. 8 for 16, 148 yards. Kind of what we hoped we would see from Newton in this game. First and 10, he fakes the read option, and he wanted to go to Banks quickly, but he was taken down for the loss of 7. And so after the sack, it's 2nd down and 17. Draws the defender off sides. It's not called. He got back in time. And Banks will take this handoff for about 1 yard, or actually it's a loss of 1 yard. So 3rd down and 18 now. 4 wide for Newton after cross the 45-yard line of Marshall for a first down. And Newton standing tall in the pocket, rolling out to his right. He'll throw to the sideline. He has a man, and it's overshot and incomplete, intended for Tim Whitaker. and Marshall's defense holds, and now a field goal could actually get them back their lead. 2nd and 5, hand out to Trayvon Van. Here comes Cody Rogers flying out of nowhere, and he gets the tackle. He'll stop him short of the first down marker, so it's 3rd down and inches. Cotto takes a snap, he'll run with it, but he meets Richard Burge, and he will lose 1.5 yards, and UTSA's defense holds them. But after a fantastic punt, UTSA has it inside their own 1-yard line. Evan Newton dumps it off to Anthony Banks. He's up to about the 5-yard line, giving UTSA some breathing room, at least from their own end zone, as Newton stands at his own goal line for this shotgun snap on 3rd down and 5. Have to get to their own 11-yard line. And Newton takes a snap, a 4-man rush for Marshall. And Newton will wait and find Cam Jones flying across the middle. He's got a 1st down to the 15-yard line. Cam's 2nd catch on the afternoon. And it seems whenever Cam catches the ball, it's in a big situation. 2nd down and 12 now. Newton in the pocket, waiting and now taking off. He has room to run. He'll slide ahead across the yellow marker. That is good for a 1st down to about the 25, 26-yard line, but now it is 3rd down and 10. Trips left for Newton as he takes a shotgun snap. He'll fire to the left side, and it's incomplete, intended for Cam Jones. Not a very accurate pass by Evan Newton, but at least they got some yards on that drive to play the field position game with Marshall a little bit. As Rakeem Cotto is going to take off again. UTSA giving him too much space. He's across midfield and into UTSA territory. 6:45 to go in the 4th quarter, and Cotto, read option, keeps it himself, up the middle, has a lead blocker, and he's across the 30-yard line. And Rakeem Cotto is just tearing apart this defense on the run on 1st and 10. This time the screen works, but Trayvon Van is taken down by John Walker after a gain of 2 yards. And so, the 2nd down and 8. Cotto standing in the pocket, only a 4-man rush. And Cotto's now going to scramble, and he's taken down at the 35. He's sacked by John Walker. It'll be 3rd down and 12 as they're on the edge of field goal range. They do have a strong-legged kicker, but they hope they don't have to use him on this drive, as Rakeem's pass is well out of bounds. That was inaccurate. So send out Justin Haig. He's 3 for 3 on the day, and this is a 52-yarder. The kick is away. It's sailing towards the uprights, and he drilled it. He may be kicking those on Sundays. That was pretty impressive. That gives Marshall a 12-10 lead, as UTSA's defense is doing a great job of playing damage control after Marshall gets some big gashes on their own side of the field. We'll see Danny Moss now on the ensuing kickoff, and he's up past the 30, but he's tripped up. He had open space, but luckily someone was able to trip him up, and now it's UTSA ball up with their own 35-yard line. A handoff goes to Anthony Banks out of the gun, 5 yards ahead, and now back under center. Handoff to David Glasgow, up the middle. Richie Battle leading the way. He gets about 4 yards. So 3rd down and 1. We'll see if UTSA sticks with the ground game, as Battle is still in the game. A tight end left, handoff Glasgow. He'll go to the right side where there's a little bit of space, and he gets the 1 yard necessary, and UTSA will keep this moving with 4:46 to go in the 4th quarter. New set of downs, and Newton fakes the handoff to Glasgow on the play action. He'll lob it right side deep, and Jason Todd comes up with it. What a catch by the tight end. That pass was dangerous. It was in traffic. We'll see another look at it here. Here is a throw by Newton, and it's just over the arms of the defender, and you can see how close this one really was. It was Jason Todd's size allowing him to make this grab, as the closest defender right there was Keith Baxter, number 8. He's a 5'11 cornerback. Big mismatch when you look at it that way. 1st and 10 now. Newton scrambling out of the pocket, wants to turn the corner. He can't, and he's taken down. And he is still down and shaken up. So enter John Simmons now, as hopefully this injury is not at all serious. He's already been hurt a couple times this year, one for an extended period. As this handoff goes to Glasgow, he'll get a few, and now 3rd down and 4. His time is ticking away. Handoff to Glasgow, and he'll go outside, and he gets the 1st down across the 15-yard line. Great job by David Glasgow. And we're receiving word that it's Evan Newton having back spasms on the sideline, and they're going to play him. He's going to play through the pain. 1st down and 10. Newton out of the shotgun. He'll stand in the pocket, rolling out to his right now, looking downfield, firing to the end zone. Touchdown! Randy Jones! This kid has come with some big plays lately, and these young freshmen on this UTSA team are fun to watch. Here is the throw by Newton, and Randy Jones in the back of the end zone. Right foot is down, put 6 on the board. board, please, as UTSA is going for the 2-point conversion to make it a 6-point game. Newton, he has a man, it's sitting down. Kenny Harrison, he makes the catch, and it's 18-12, a low-scoring game for two offenses that love to run out of the shotgun. Kind of surprising. 2:05 to go in the fourth quarter as Cotto wants to take off. UTSA playing pretty soft, not giving up a big play, but they're going to give Cotto the first down. Now on 1st and 10, it's Trayvon Van tripped up ahead of the first down marker, a gain of 9. Marshall's great on their own side of the field, but it's when they cross the 50 when they start having problems getting those first downs, and once again we're seeing it here. This pass is errant and out of bounds, and it's 4th down and 1. Now Marshall is going for it. Cotto, handoff Van, he's got the first down, and he's taken down at midfield now, and we'll see if Marshall gets their offense going now that they're on the other side of the 50-yard line. 2nd and 10 for Cotto, in traffic, and the pass is caught by Tommy Schuler. That was an extremely tight window. I'm not sure how he fit that one in. We'll take a second look at it. As you can see, there's only one receiver on the right side, but everybody's running that way, and he fits in right behind the head of Nick Johnston. Luckily, Tommy Schuler's standing right there in front of the UTSA defenders. Now it is 2nd and 12. Cotto with a screen to Van, and Dominique Carter, the sure tackling middle linebacker. He takes him down for a loss. It's 3rd down and 16 to go. Under 1 minute to go in the game as Cotto from his own 45-yard line stepping up and looking to take off. No, he's sacked in the backfield. It's a loss of 4, and Ashad Mabry takes him down. It's now 4th and 20. Perhaps the last shot for Marshall in this game. They need to get to the 20-yard line. Cotto's got to go along with it, and he'll go to Wilkins, and it's dropped. Incomplete. UTSA takes over on downs, and they'll line up. Evan Newton under center in the victory formation, and it's going to be all over, folks. UTSA is officially a bowl-eligible team at 6-4 on the season. We've seen this program develop over the course of the last 2 and almost 3 seasons overall, and UTSA has now improved to a 6-4 team after going 3-9 the previous 2 years. All the hard work, all of the recruiting, all of the player development, it's now paying off as UTSA may be celebrating the end of the year in a bowl game. They're now bowl eligible. It does not mean they're going to go to a bowl game necessarily. They want to get some more wins for insurance, obviously, but they have the 6 wins necessary, and now they can rest up and enjoy this victory and this accomplishment before they take on Tulane in Week 13. If you guys would like to see the bye week as a recruiting video, I can post that next episode, or we can jump right to the Tulane game, so let me know in the comment section, guys. But thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. We're bowl eligible, baby!